cool. This is very exciting. Can't see the chat. 1 second, I'm gonna figure this out. No. Chat filter. All messages. Alright. Well, I hate this vertical stuff. Are you guys listening in or not? Okay, so it's appearing at the bottom. Okay, cool. Alright, well, welcome to this live shit for people who are there. I got a lot of comments on my Instagram, so that's been fun. I'm gonna go over the comments and start replying, and you guys can have fun listening to the stuff. Ufti Comedy Club, which is a club here in Brussels, is asking me, what is your dream? I don't know, to not wake up, I guess. Just kidding. What's my dream? I don't know. Keep doing comedy for a living one day. I'm going pretty good. I came back from Amsterdam and I've been, I'm exhausted. So I had a good set though, it was fun. I saw some friends. Heard you coming to Houston. When? I think I posted it in my Linktree, and if I don't, you'll know the date soon. In the fall, not in the summer. MG ATX SDCA. Where would you rather live, US or Spain? Belgium. So here we go. I'm already living in Belgium. I'm perfectly fine where I am. I love it here. It's great. I grew up here. Food's good. I have friends. I have childhood friends. I have family. But if I had to live somewhere in the US, I would have to try it out in a few cities to really see where I feel at home. I definitely love Austin. I loved LA while I was there, and I definitely love New York. But I don't know how living in New York is. I'm pretty sure it's not great. It's difficult. Edus Walt asked me, would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow? I would rather watch a tree grow. Negro is spelled K-N-E-E-G-R-O-W. That was incredibly smart. Knowledge Official asked, Rick, will you listen to music by 3YT Music and let me know if you dig it? No. I already have enough music to listen to. I'm sure it's great. So by all means, if you guys have time, go and listen to it. I really couldn't care any less about anything. Tiankov TV, any advice for beginner comics? Write. Just write every day. Write. Perform. Write. And then forget about friendships, relationships, and any fun. I'm just kidding. It's amazing discovering you before Kill Tony. That was a moment in history. I don't know when you discovered me, but thank you. We need you go from sad to neutral. I think I'm doing all right. If I stop being sad, I'll stop having jokes to write. You're the skinniest person to have a double chin. I don't have a double chin. I have old man skin. That's what's happening. Do spiders have nipples? I have no clue. If so, can you milk them? I have no clue, dude. What kind of question is that from Broken Bones TX? Some people are weird in Texas, man. Can you do a Harry Potter twink? From Hazy.sol. Can you? Some people have strange fantasies, man. And if you pay me enough, who knows? Darcy_drums. What was the best part of America besides Kill Tony / comedy? Well, the people and the food. And the guns. What I like about you is that you're a real life GTA character. You mean the one that gets run over by a car? I don't know. I'm definitely I wish I could be a real life GTA driver. Will you ever move to America? I don't know. Time will tell. I definitely want to do extended stays in America. Shows in New York, when? I have no clue. but that's definitely on my bucket list, so it's gonna happen. If you won, would you quit your job and move here? I don't know where here is, Will.Merrick. If you live in a shithole, no. If you mean the United States as a whole, time will tell. If it makes sense, I will. If it doesn't, I won't. Rick, ever coming to the UK? Yes. Coming last few days of June, early July. I'll do July 2nd and 3rd at Hammersmith Theatre, at Hammersmith Comedy Club with with Francis J. Foster. I want that to stop saying Robert. I'm too tired, man. It's what? 3 a.m. here. Sorry, dude. Come see me in London. All my dates are posted. How would you manage having 2 wives or 3? Asking for a friend. I don't know. I have no intention of having 2 wives or 3. You can tell that to your friend. It's hard enough to have one. What's the comment? Not a Q. You are awesome. Thank you. That was a restricted comment for some reason. Derek's comedy account. When did you become a vampire? When I got bit by a vampire. Stephen R.O. Do you plan on going on a tour around the US? I live in Michigan, and we would love to come to a show if you did one here. Dude, I love to go to Michigan. Here it's beautiful, and there's no issues with water or people living under the poverty threshold. Now here it's great. I really want to travel there one day, so if there's dates, I'll post them, and I'd really love to come to Michigan. Hello, you beautiful man. Sure, hello. Tell us your best dad joke. I've already said it on Kill Tony. No questions, but come to Providence, please. Thanks. Dylan, I hope to come back one day. I know there's a friend, my friend Dylan said that. Know him for years. I'll do it. I don't know what you're doing there. Jason Rouse, 66, one of the best comedians I know. I love that guy. He said blocked, and all I can say, Jason, is you're blocked too, dude. I fucking hate your guts. You smell like shit. You're not a good person. You're terrible. You're not even a great comedian. Just kidding. Also, Jason is in Denmark right now. Go watch him. And Aaron Bilal responded to Jason's comment and says, you can't block us all. You can't block all of us, Jason. But we can all block Aaron Bilal. Anyway. I love you, Aaron. I love you, Jason. I'm glad you both are in my life. What are your thoughts on Canada? I love Canada. I've been to Canada. Not enough. I haven't been to Toronto or Montreal. I really want to hit those towns one of these days. Becky, I love you, Rick. Yeah, I love you too, Becky. I don't know who you are, but sure. Hey, Rick, that means nothing. Rick is superior to Hans. Maybe. Time will tell if I can have half of the career he's had. Hola desde España. Hola. Conscious209 on Instagram. What's one of your most embarrassing moments in your life? Losing to Hans Kim twice. That's pretty good. That's been high on my list. What's the most delicious food you've had in the US so far? The most delicious? Too many to count. The most evil was deep fried mac and cheese in Hawaii. If you could have any kind of superpower, what would it be? Be funnier. Were you bullied in school? Yeah, 100%. How does it feel to be John Lennon if he had radiation sickness? It feels worse to hear such a shitty roast. To go to MSG, know you're something. I don't know what that means. In and out. I love In and Out. But I prefer Pete Harry's. Yeah, deep fried mac and cheese. It was like, no, it was deep fried. It was like Cheeto crusted mac and cheese. So it was like, they had a special name for it. I forgot it now. It was, I felt like I was eating illness. Also, I couldn't get enough of it. What cities would you like to visit out here in the States that I haven't seen yet? Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. I passed through Miami. I definitely want to hit Miami properly. I want to visit Detroit. I want to visit OKC. I've never been to OKC. I want to visit San Diego. I've never been to San Diego. What part of Spain do you live? None. I live in Belgium. Cut or uncut? Well, I go with what the majority is in Spain, and you can research that. Do you think you have a bigger audience in America or Europe? At the moment, in the United States. How big is it? Pretty big. Stop by Austin, Texas too if you can. Well, yeah, I've already done it, but I hope to do it again. Rebellious at heart. Yo, Rick, your journey has been mad inspirational. I could definitely see you on a TV show, similar to the one on Shane Gillis called Tires. What would be the direction you would like to go in next, or are you willing to follow stand-up comedy momentum? Well, I'd like to get funnier, do bigger shows, fill up bigger rooms, sell more tickets. And yeah, definitely open to being on TV or movies, but I don't know any acting. I don't have any acting skills, so I have to work on that. And dude, it only took years of writing and development for Shane Gillis to do Tires, I'm assuming. So maybe one day, we'll see. I know for sure you'd love to do comedy out here in the Midwest. I agree. Macario Patino. I feel like the Midwest would love your self-deprecating humor. I feel the same. I feel the exact same. And I like cheese, so, you know. Do you brush your teeth in the shower? Yes. I also pee in the shower. You should do a cameo on Tires. I think that the list of more relevant comedians than me that should do a cameo before me is pretty long. But if Shane wants to have me, I'll happily do it. Quality Laboratories, Count Dracula. I've never heard that. That's new. Nobody has ever called me a vampire. Are you moving to the US? I don't know. What's your favorite K-pop band? Blackpink. Just because I've never listened to a word they've ever sung, but they're still my favorite because it's just chicks, and there's one Thai girl, and I used to live in Thailand. So I'll support Thai artists and artists coming out of Thailand till the day I die. Do you only wear Adidas? Have you thought about rocking a pair of Jordans? Well, I don't only wear Adidas. I actually wear Nikes when I go to the gym. But for day wear, I only wear Adidas, yeah. When I go hiking, I have Morels. No, I'll never wear a pair of Jordans for a simple reason. They look awful on my feet. I have big feet and I'm skinny, so they look like huge clown shoes. Adidas are slimmer, so they fit my frame better. Have you any favorite Spanish or French language comedians? Yeah, Spanish, I mean, I don't want to forget their names, but if you go to the Instagram of El Golfo Comedy Club, anybody who's on that is amazing. And just a historic Eugenio is my main inspiration. French language comedians, all of my friends that I post stories with. What's on the wall behind you? No, that's a devil illustration I bought in Austin. That's a death kind of thing, Grim Reaper thing I bought in Brussels. And that's another illustration I bought in Austin. People who say Hans Kim is better, only KT dick riders. Well, listen, he's been doing this for a while. He's got good jokes. Do I wear only circular glasses in normal life, or is that just a bit? No, these are my daily glasses. It's my glasses. Actually, my great-grandfather had similar glasses, so I'm pretty happy to rock them. Yellow ones I wore on Kill Tony. Yeah, today I wore green ones, so they're the same. What is your foot size in European? 46. Hans Kim is mid at best. Well, that's for you to say, but other people disagree with you. Sick, is that I look sick or I am sick? I don't know, or both. F, did Mark Dutroux really do? He was running underage. I don't want to, how do I say this on YouTube? Illegal unemployment for minors ring. Very successfully. That involved a lot of high figures and politicians and stuff here in Belgium back in the day. How'd you come up with just like you're ducking Cheeto Vera? Well, it was what was happening at the time. Is Sugar a cool guy? Yeah, Sugar's a pretty cool guy. He's a nice guy, been pretty nice to me, but he supports hand scam, so he's the enemy. Love your comedy. Thank you. Just thank you. I hope I can do Iran one day. Drake or Kendrick? None. I'm Rakim. You're such a killer, yet so humble. I don't know if I'm that humble or that much of a killer. 46, no, I'm 47. You know what they say, big feet, big heart. I know what they say, and they're right. Illegal employment wouldn't call it that. Yeah, but I'm on YouTube, so I have to keep it appropriate. What's next now? I don't know yet. I'm figuring it out. Just perform and write jokes for now. I think overall you're the winner for getting a loyal fan base. You're right about that. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys so much. A la Madrid? Yes, sir. A la Madrid forever. I was born in Madrid, grew up in Madrid when I was a kid. My grandparents' apartment is a block away from the stadium of Real Madrid. And I'm a ride or die Real Madrid fan. Except I don't watch football anymore. Changed name to Hangman Rick. Well, maybe when I die. I mean, I get it that you're being so humble about Hanskin, but seriously, even Casey Rocket has him beat. I mean, yeah, but it's, what do you call it? Apples and oranges comparison. It's not easy to compete on a stage like that. Do you hate Tony for his bias to him? For his bias to Kim? No, I love Tony for giving me a huge opportunity and putting me in front of 8,000 people or whatever, and then in front of 15,000 people. I'm only grateful to Tony. Come to Montreal, do the Gong Show. No, I'm never doing a Gong Show again. I did one. I have a great clip about it. I'll post one day. I come to Montreal is to get paid, sir, not to do a Gong Show. 47 shoe size, you know what they say. No, it's true. You seem sneakily athletic, like you'd have a killer mid-range jumper. Did you play any sports? Well, actually, when I was a teenager, they wanted me to do high jump. I wasn't into it. I've never been bad at sports. I've never been amazing at sports. I exercise regularly. I used to do a lot of cycling. I play tennis. I go to the gym. But now that I'm getting older, I'm losing mobility and coordination. So I'm still enjoying myself, but I'm being careful about not hurting myself like I would have done in my teenage years or my 20s. If you make a bunch of money, you should get diamond grills that are still vampire teeth. No. I would get them for a photo shoot though, or something like that, but not to wear them on a daily basis. You can leave that to Jason Rouse. I get a Dangerfield vibe from your style, definitely. The pacing, except it feels updated and fresh. Thanks for the laughs. Well, I mean, I'm trying to have my own voice as a one-liner guy, and I definitely don't want to do Dangerfield at his own pacing, and he was a mad genius, so I can only respect all of my predecessors. It's man. No. T'as toujours voulu faire une carrière en anglais. Did you always want to do a career in English? Yes, 100%. I'm an English comedy fan, and I want to do comedy in English. Do you think the Kia Forum rematch was unfair because Tony was playing favorites from Canadian Talk with Steven podcast? I did that podcast. Hey, man. That was on Instagram. No, it wasn't unfair. It was a show. Did I know the outcome? No. Did I hope I would win? Yes. Am I proud of what I did? Yes. Can I stop scratching my face? No. Hope you're good, Rick. I can't tell how much I've enjoyed you on Kill Tony this and last year. It's been such a roller coaster of emotions. Well, tell me about it. Do you have any longer story bits? I'm writing them, but overall, no. What I have is a lot of content that you guys haven't heard on Kill Tony. And I'm also repackaging my content and changing it and adding tags. So a lot of jokes you've heard on Kill Tony have evolved to slightly modified jokes or jokes with tags. You definitely have your thing going. The morbid stuff is great. Thank you. I love it. That's why I write it. Can you perform a new joke for us? No. Come see me at a show. Have you traveled to Central or South America? No. My parents have, and I'm really jealous. And if so, how annoying is the Spanish? No, it's my mother tongue. I love Spanish. It would never be annoying, and I'd love to go there and do comedy. I know you ignored that on purpose. It's okay. Maybe next time. Maybe I just missed it, dude. There's a bunch of messages, and I'm also going through Instagram. Did you see how when Tony looked at the sound tester, he said your highest note was 103 when it was actually 109, which was almost identical to Hans's 112. Also, why is Post Malone qualified to judge? Well, I wasn't. I know that it was. He'd said some different numbers than what was actually being shown on screen. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. Hans had still a higher count, so it doesn't matter. And his cheer was louder at the Kia Forum, but they cheered for him second again, so it makes sense. It's just how it's going to happen every single time. Is Post Malone qualified to judge? Well, listen, I met Post Malone, nice guy, super respectful to me, super respectful off stage. If he prefers Hans's jokes, that's his choice. He is as qualified to judge as any of you who are not comedians commenting on this. And he's an entertainer, actually. So, are you planning to release a longer form video on your channel? This is what I'm doing with this Q&A. Enjoyed the stadium set. You rolled with the bus like a champ. I can't wait to see you pop on Kill Tony with me too. Hey Rick, everyone knows you won on New Year's. Everyone. Yeah. True. I live in the States. I've never been to Europe. Well, travel. Save and get a passport and go see stuff. I'm glad you got your golden ticket back. Hopefully you use it. Yeah, hopefully I use it. Or not. I don't know. When the timing's right, I'll use it. What's the most difficult part about being a foreign comedian while touring America? None. It's pretty easy to travel through the US. If you speak English, it's easy. Rick is the greatest. Thank you. My self-esteem prevents me from agreeing, but I appreciate it. I agree that you seem to shine and have an incredible natural talent for self-roasting and morbid subjects. So your jokes are very high tier when it comes to writing seriously. Well, I write a lot. I feel like my jokes are nowhere near where I want them to be in 5 years from now. You look like Zach King. I don't know who that is, but I believe you. I'm assuming it's a skinny guy with glasses. How do you feel about the trash crowd who booed everything? I feel like they paid tickets and they're Kill Tony supporters, and they were enjoying booing. They were booing everybody. And if they saw me or any other comedian at a club, they'd probably be very happy to see them and enjoy the show. Ever visited Albania? No, not yet. How do you work for the EU? Like why? Like how? I mean, because I got employed by them. Bro, your Undertaker intro bit was hilarious. I know, I love the Undertaker so much. And I love his intro music. In my dreams, I'm also coming out to the Ultimate Warrior entries music, but that's I don't have the stamina. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, that's my plan. That's why I perform the way I perform on Kill Tony. I do my act, and I'm not catering or pandering. What's the thing that gets you the most turned on about the Adidas? That they look good and they're made in Europe. Do you and Hans Kim actually hate each other? Yes, the hate is deep and real. Every night I go to bed just hating him. I couldn't care less. I hope one day we can work together. How do you balance your life outside of Hogwarts? Pretty good. I'm very funny when I'm not doing magic. Come on, man, you gotta post up some new content. I'm doing that regularly. There's only so much I want to post. If you really want to see my act, you have to come see me live. Otherwise, I'm just spoiling it for everybody. When you look in the mirror, do you see yourself? No, I see me flipped. How do you deal with hecklers or Karens is the best? Have you encountered any lately? Yeah, all the time. Katie would be lucky to have you weekly. Well, tell that to Katie, but I'm sure they have great people on weekly. My friend Timmy O'Toole asked on Instagram, follow him, he's a great comedian from Brussels who now lives in Canada. How do I get salt? At the deli, go buy some, okay? Or I don't know what to tell you, Timmy. Randy, I love Kiltonian, it's a great platform for comics, but you're way past being a regular on that show, you're already bigger than that. Every single regular is bigger than me, so I wouldn't agree with that. Would you rather always have to wear very sleepy shoes or a very silly hat? I hate this question. Are you in a relationship? No. Do you have any pets? No. I wish I had some, but I can't because I'm traveling too much. Or siblings? Yes. Would you quit your high-level job currently for the EU to pursue comedy full-time? If the math was right, yes. I want to see Rick get bullied by Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis is nice to me. Make a show out here in the Midwest, I'll go see you. Let's get it booked. Have you traveled to Japan? Yes, several times as a tourist. I've never done comedy there. It's one of my favorite places in the entire world. I love Tokyo, I love Japan, I love the Japanese people, I love their food, I love the culture, I love all of it. And what's your favorite comedy movie? That's so many, dude. There's too many, I'm sorry. All of them. If it's good, all of it. What did Abraham Lincoln say after a 3-day drunk? That's a fucking shitty joke. Waiting for you to say the punchline. I can't care any less about it. What kind of guys does Heidi date? Hopefully me, Heidi, if you ever see this. She only dates a very skinny intellectual man. I don't know. Whoever stimulates Heidi the right way intellectually and emotionally will probably be the one that she wants to date. Would you ever do a TV show like The Office, but about international diplomacy? It actually already exists. I think it was called Ambassadors or something like that. Could you recommend a Spanish comedy? Torrente, or Airbag, or El Día de la Bestia. Those are classics from when I was coming up. Should do some video shorts as Mr. Bean. No, Mr. Bean has already done it better. Shout out from Waco, Texas. I've been to Waco, Texas, and I wanted to see if the Seventh Adventists were still there. And they still are. You guys didn't get rid of them. That's amazing. After that shootout, they're still around there. It's incredible. Any plans on a rematch? The score is 1-1 in my own opinion. Not for now. Been there, done that kind of thing. I feel like I beat him twice, but regardless of the official results. In my head, in my own little ego thing, I already beat him twice. So I'm bored from this. And in his head, he beat me twice. So let's see. If it ever happens again, why not? If it happens organically and it's fun and the fans want it and Hans wants it and the show wants it, why not? In the meantime, I'd rather move on to something else. What sport do you play? Right now, only tennis, and not competitively, just for fun. Yo, I just saw the Katie battle. How do you feel about being able to keep your golden ticket? Good. Also, are you and Hans buddies now? We're best friends. What do you do to prepare yourself to perform stand-up in a massive arena compared to a regular comedy club? Interesting question. I've only done it twice, which is more than I should have ever done, given where I am in my comedy career. I've made a lot of mistakes in the first time around. I've made less mistakes the second time around. I still made mistakes. Tony gave me some feedback afterwards about a specific mistake I did, but I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to give a competitive edge to other people, but he was absolutely right. I'm happy about my joke selection. You have to talk a little slower to make sure everybody has time to understand what you're saying. You have to control your nerves differently. You have to really prepare. You have to really perform to the back of the room, as they would say, but to the back of the arena. Matt and Shane, keeping the golden ticket was a huge win. Yeah, it was, I guess. I don't know. We'll see in time if it was or not. How many countries do you think you've traveled to? 35-ish, give or take, a few. What do you do to prepare yourself to perform? Oh, no, I already did that. There were a lot of comedians hilariously taking sides publicly during your battle with Hans Kim. Other than playful ball busting, was there any real animosity behind the scenes? No. Or yes. Who knows? David Lucas was seen in the crowd the first time you battled Hans, giving you the bird. I didn't see him do that, but I saw the photos after. But had you on his podcast after? He is two-faced. Is he? Or does he think that by having me on, he's gonna get views, and by me accepting to be on, which I could have just said no to, do I think it helps me also get some views and give my side of the story? He's not two-faced. He's happy to work with me, and I'm happy to work with him, and I'm in good terms with him, and we're there to entertain and create good content. He's not 10 chins. I am 10 chins. I have all of the chins. I have more chins than David Lucas. David Lucas just has one massive chin. Love from India, brother. Hope to see you soon on KT. I hope to see you soon in India. I'd love to tour there one day. Have you felt the language barrier performing your second, third language? How could you overcome that with good writing? Quand est-ce que tu viens à Montréal? When are you coming to Montreal? By Goofy Weldon, who's a Canadian comedian and a great MC who has been touring in Belgium from time to time. I hope this, honestly, I hope I can still come this year. Let's see if it happens. How about the Spanish Inquisition? Why the F did you do that? Well, I didn't do the Spanish Inquisition, my ancestors did. And why did they do that? I don't know. Why did you guys have a witch hunt? And why did you guys have slavery? I don't know. Why did you do that? You still got time for your job not being comedy? Yes. Or did you quit to follow this journey? No, not yet. Why can't we go back to thinking you had some strange, obscure disease? Because I'm skinny, and in America, that is a very surprising and weird thing to look at. What was a defining moment that made you pick comedy as a career? It's an evolution over time. You start doing open mics as a hobby, and then you see where it goes. Eres todo un crack, carnal. Definitely think you should have won that one time. I think I should have won both. Hans Kim is no good. I'm a fan of KT, but Tony and the rest protect that, man. Okay, you're a legend, Rick. I don't know. Time will tell. Legends are real legends. George Carlin is a legend, you know. William Bill kill Tony again soon. Not soon, no. I'm in Europe right now. What stresses you out the most? Fear of death. You make Joe Rogan look like an overcooked jalapeno. I don't think so. I don't understand. What are those paintings behind you? Super cool shit. Yeah, I have more. There's more stuff around me, but I'm not gonna move the camera too much. I love art in general. They're not originals, they're just prints. Love that shirt. I bought it in Austin. We had slaves because picking cotton is hard. Hell yeah. And also because you didn't want to pay them. Did Hans ever admit that he clearly lost the first battle where he challenged me? So he must have somehow recognized there was not an unanimous opinion about his first victory. Are you planning to do more shows in English or Spanish in the future? Yeah. In Spanish, I don't know when, but I hope so. Love your 2 minutes at the forum. Yeah. Thoughts on slavery? Yeah, it wasn't a good thing. Common at the time and still ongoing, unfortunately. Do you have a set schedule for KT? No. Would love to watch it live with you in it. I would love for you to be able to do that. Have you ever been in love? Yes. One guy on Instagram says, how do I get women? Do everything I'm not doing. Do you still work for the UN or did you go full-time with comedy? I never worked for the UN, that's the United Nations. That's the headquarters is in New York and they have a lot of representations all across the world. I've worked with UN And I have a lot of colleagues that work for the UN and friends, but I've never worked for the UN. How's the green room in the mothership? Well, earn your right to be there and you'll know. Do you think you would survive as a comedian in Austin? Yes, 100%. But you survived doing the road. Say hello to the Gina at the mothership. We're in our relationship, but I haven't told her yet. That's a creepy message. And also, who's Gina? Do you mean Heidi or who? Israel or Palestine? Peace. What do you recommend for comedians starting in Europe? Do open mics. How to get into the circuit? Do open mics and write and get better and you'll figure it out, or you won't and you'll quit. Is there a real God? And if so, what the hell is his problem? I don't know. Depending on your religion, what a real God is different. Hey, please shout me out. You are great, Justin Baskerville. Barcelona or Real Madrid? Real Madrid till I die. Barcelona can't just crumble in misery forever. Even though I have a lot of friends that are Barcelona supporters, and I actually want them to enjoy football, and I was happy with them. I'm happy that my friends are happy when Barcelona wins, but I would never want Barcelona to actively win at any single sport ever. Hi Rick, it's me. Okay, you are. What would you do if you were in an apocalypse? Make popcorn. Hey, shout out from Houston, Texas. I love Houston. Hi. I've got a joke. Want to hear it? No. Go to an open mic and say it there. Power Slap is more followed than Real Madrid. Dana White. That's absolutely untrue. He has no clue. First of all, he hasn't said that. He said something else, and also Real Madrid is way more followed than the UFC will ever be. And I love the UFC, but Real Madrid is worldwide for decades. You can't compare. Are you a baseball fan? I'm a baseball movie fan, but not a baseball sport fan. Are your canines naturally like that? Yes. Can I bake you a lasagna? Yes, I love lasagna. That's on Instagram. Bro lost. I saw it. Yeah, I was there too. Are you going for round 3? I don't know. We'll see. Your top 10 favorite metal hardcore releases. I know you listen to Sepultura, so it would be cool to hear other bands you're into. It doesn't have to be all time. Can be stuff you're listening to at the moment. Well, I got to meet Chris Cale from Five Finger Death Punch, and I'm gonna go see them live next week or the week after here in Europe. So I'm excited for that. Metal bands, otherwise, no, I'm into old stuff. I'm old, who cares? But if you got recommendations, put them in the comments. What are you branching out to do? I mean, at this point, you can do anything you want. No, we all need money to survive. Is William as funny in person? William is a lovely person in person. Is Casey Rocket still going to be the opener for KT? Keep watching the show. I know as much as you do. Why is your live in this format? Because I tried to put my phone the other way around and it didn't let me. William isn't funny, not in person. You're wrong. The John Candy is a fun sample core. Can you just keep it to traditional music styles? I don't know all of these new. I don't need a music style that only covers 5-6 bands. What's my favorite street joke? I don't know. I forget them. I wait for my friends to tell me street jokes. Would you ever agree to a boxing match with Hans Kim? No, I don't want to get hit. If you put your pants on inside out, are you simply wearing your pants inside out, or is the world not wearing your pants? Who cares? That's too meta. Who are you voting for in the EU elections? That's for me to know. What was your first joke? Something about how many times I masturbated and how much it added up to overall in my entire life. It wasn't great. Tortilla with or without onion? I would normally say with, but lately it upsets my stomach. but it tastes like crap without it. Have you and Hans kissed and made up? I wish we had kissed. How are you allowed in the sunlight? Oh, a crazy funny reference to me looking like a vampire. Well, I'm Spanish, so I'm really good in the sunlight. I don't need to put cream on. The KT showdown should have been a roast battle. I agree. I was actually ready for that, and that's what I wanted all along. I had about 30 jokes lined up. Do you like mayonnaise? Yes, of course, I live in Belgium. Saludos desde Madrid. Saludos desde Bruselas. How many food allergies do you have? None. Are you actually suicidal? Good question. No. I do think about it a lot though, but I'm not at the moment. Let's see what life brings me. And I'm into it for a bunch of reasons that you would know if you watch my longer sets. Your KT debut was epic. Yeah, my last show was epic as well. Why not grow a goatee? Because I'm lazy. I just let it grow a little bit and then I shave every couple of weeks. Is the food better in America or Europe? Interesting question. Better in Europe. Somehow pleases, more comforting in America. You guys are more decadent, but we know how to cook food. Redbar is watching. Is he? I don't know. He's never mentioned my name. Whose comedy structure did you get inspired with in terms of deciding to do strategic structures, one-liners, etc.? All of the greats. What languages have you done stand-up in? English, French, and Spanish. Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen? Yes. That was in a nightclub in Madrid back 20 years ago. I was looking that one way and then I turned around and I saw like a chest, like a chest. And I'm 6'4". I just turned around and I saw a chest. I was like, what the hell is going on? And this guy was just going through a whole nightclub and everybody was just like at his waistline. It was incredible. I'm assuming he was a professional basketball player or something. What made you want to put your golden ticket on the line? Were you planning to, or did you decide spur of the moment? I'd love to answer this because the answer is I did not put my golden ticket on the line. Redban put my golden ticket on the line. Redban, you instigator. I only challenged Hans, and then Redban intervened and had me put the golden ticket on the line. And I wasn't gonna back out, so I committed. I don't watch Redbar. I barely watch anything. I just write and I work and then I perform. When I can watch something, it's only a TV show or a movie. Any groupie stories from KT? None that I would like to share here. Yeah, Redban, say what you want about him. He made the show bigger by making me put the golden ticket on the line, so I'm actually grateful. The irony is, and he's like, I don't understand why you put the golden ticket on the line. I was like, because you made me do it. He forgot himself. It's kind of funny. Who curb stomped you? Oh, it's because of my teeth. You have really creative comments. Nobody that destroyed my jaw, though. Mad Blue Cara, happier. Yes, for a few hours. I didn't know Steve from Blue's Clues had cancer. Oh, I'm skinny, so I looked sick. Oh no. Who put that on? An idiot. Okay. At what moment in your life you decided you wanted to become a stand-up comedian? I don't know, when I realized the story could be funnier. Any other ones? What is it like to be built like the letter I? Perfectly fine. Redbar has your back. Does he? I don't know. I've never heard anything from him. I feel like there were more comments earlier and a few have disappeared now. Oh, it's not showing everything here. I see. I can do a second one. It's okay. 1 second. I'll get my notebook. I wrote a few down from earlier. Let's see. What do I have here? No. Love the look like a statue of me. Yes, I love that joke. Biggest person you've ever met star-wise? Dave Chappelle, probably. Maybe not. Maybe there's. I've met more famous people, but I don't want to talk about it. Because I don't want to just throw names, because it's just interactions that have no impact. I'm happy I met those people, but it just means something to me. I don't want to just name drop. There's one guy that was just heckling me today in the comments, and then it was kind of weird. He was so aggressive. Any tips on being more present on stage and having more fun? Yeah. Write better jokes and feel confident in your material. And when you're confident in your material, you gain confidence in improvising and being more natural on stage. If you know you can rely on a good joke, it really helps when you're on stage. Will you return to the US? Yeah. Have you ever watched the famous NBC show To Catch a Predator? You look like Lauren Armstrong. No, and probably not. But your name is Outdoor Loser, so okay. How did you keep your soul alive at your job? I don't have a soul, so it was easy. Is the red light district of Amsterdam worth the medicine after? I don't know, you tell me. Jamón or queso? Good question. Jamón. But also queso. What's your favorite city in America? Honolulu, Hawaii. For very obvious reasons. Need you back in Cali. Yes, I agree. I love Cali. What's your dream car? Too many to count. Are you happy, Rick? There's no emotion that's a constant state. I feel happiness at times, yes. But there's no such thing as being happy or being unhappy. Traveling to Brussels for Tomorrowland, any recommendations? I haven't seen the lineup, so I don't know, but I love Tomorrowland. Or you mean recommendations about Brussels? Length and girth. Satisfying. Necesitamos más stand-up en inglés en Valencia. I'd love to go to Valencia. Recommendations in Brussels, dude? I don't know, read a guide. I don't know what you want to do. If you want to see art or go to bars or whatever. You can do anything you want here. Top 5 comedians. I can't do a top 5. I love too many. And I've studied too many. When you're visiting Austin again, I do not know. Are you still working? Yes. Do you have different material depending on where you perform? Not really, because I don't do topical or local material for the most part. But I do prepare longer sets than I have to. And depending on what the crowd is into, I adapt a little bit. If I see they're not into this type of material, I'll try to stay away from it. How long have you done comedy? Well, actually today, exactly today, 5 years. Today is my 5-year anniversary. I saw that you did comedy in Bangkok. Any stories you can share about comedy? Well, I don't know, just go to Bangkok and support local comedy there. Rick, if you had one wish, what would it be? Right now, go to New York and do comedy there at the Cellar. But that's not my only wish. I have many wishes. Did you meet Rogan? No. Did I see him perform? Yes, and he crushed. Favorite movie? Clerks. Movie everyone loves but you hate? Titanic. Or La La Land. Or any musical. Or anyway. Have you performed in Mexico? No. But I'd love to. I want to go to Mexico. I've never been. Can you use the same jokes in the US that you use in Brussels? Well, yeah, I'm working on my jokes here and then I perform them in Brussels, in the US. And so far it's gone pretty good. So yeah, the answer is yes, 100%. Have you ever been gagged? No. Just I need to find the right person, I guess. Do you want to be a guest on the Joe Rogan podcast? Not now. When I have something big to promote, sure, I would love to. But that's not the time. And also I'm not ready and I don't deserve it yet. Did Hans ever admit that he lost the first battle? Did he realize he was a bad winner? That's for you to ask him, I guess. Could you share some of your interest in poker? Well, I used to play for fun for a few years. I think I won more than I lost, but I was not a great player. I couldn't keep my focus for that many hours. If you were given the chance to voice a character for a show, what show would you want to be in? I don't know. I really don't know. So am I kissing a cartoon? If it had to be a cartoon, I do not know. I can't think of something right now. That's funny. The only thing I can think of is Thundercats for some reason. Do you think Hans is a better comic than me? I think Hans is a more experienced comic than me. I think when I would like to compare where I am compared to where he is in the same number of years. But again, he does a different style of comedy than I do, so better. If you like him more than you like me, then you think he's better than me. I enjoy my own comedy more than I enjoy his. But that's not a diss on him. That's just my own personal preference. What's my favorite breakfast cereal? Here in Belgium, it's called Trésor. And it's delicious, and I don't know if they sell it in the US. In the US, it's definitely Fruit Loops. I love Fruit Loops so much. I think you have a strange, obscure disease. Yeah, and every doctor I meet wants to find it. So far, they've been unsuccessful. I'm actually pretty healthy. What's your fee? I want you in Florida. It's incredibly expensive, but also affordable. Just contact my manager, click the email button on my Instagram. Chile. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, love from Chile. Okay, thank you. I wish I can go one day. I'd really love to go there. Why can't I display all of the comments here? It's kind of annoying. There's like a limit. Redbar is investigating. I don't think he is. I think he's got better fish to fry. And I don't really care if he does or doesn't. All right, we're closing in on an hour. So I know there's more. I'm sorry if I haven't answered. Oh, here. Oh, who's your dream comedian to tour with? If I could choose, Mitch Hedberg, but he passed away. I would have just loved to be able to see him live day after day. Can you do roast jokes? Yeah, if they would only not cut me off right as I'm about to say them. I would definitely say them, yeah. My most popular video is me roasting Kim Congdon, so. But I'm not a natural roaster. I'm not a roaster. Haven't done it a lot. I don't do roast battles. I hate the traditional roast format of a joke. I like to roast people in my own little way. What else? Any questions left? Otherwise, I'll cut it off here. I'll see if I can find more of the comments online, and maybe I'll do another one in a month or so. You guys have been great. Thank you for joining. The few of you that are here now, and but I'm hoping other people will see it later. Thank you so much, guys. You've been great. Take care. Bye-bye. What's your favorite other comic that performs on KT? I won't say. I love them all. Love from Washington? Or I think why is Washington? I'm the best. Yeah.